Hello, nerds watching all over the internet. It is Thursday, April 4th, and we're here for another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind.
Yahoo!
That's right, folks. Another fun Thursday night to talk about all the coolest matches and segments and OMG moments, incredible announcements, and historical milestones happening in the world of professional wrestling. And guiding you in this journey is me, your host. I am Jose Casabona. I am the host of Wrestle Rewind, and I am also the host, the founder, the content manager, and executive producer of the Ravens Flock channel. And on behalf of all of us here, we appreciate all of you tuning in tonight. And joining behind the camera is the host of the Black Files, my tag partner for Wrestle Rewind, a man who puts in the hours behind all the videos on his channel every single week. The man who personifies extreme, Mr. Juan Arouse.
Wait, how do I personify? What? What? Extremely neurotic, maybe. Extremely professional, maybe. What am I like? What? Like? Well, then again, I do threaten you physically a lot.
That is pretty extreme.
Yeah, that is very extreme. Thank you for that introduction, and don't you ever forget the mister.
All right, folks, and of course, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable all the notifications. Leave your questions and comments below, and we'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know that you've stepped up in order to rescue the Ravens Flock from the clutches of late-stage capitalism and become full-time YouTubers. Full-time YouTube legit, as our friend Seth the Alternate would say, so that way we can actually work for ourselves, work for you, continue to make your voice our mission, and get paid and make a living while doing it.
I like to be full-time YouTube legit. That has a nice ring to it.
But we can't do that without your help. Keep spreading the word of the Ravens Flock. Share this stream with everyone you know. Sign up your dog. Make accounts for your goldfish. Have your goldfish join the Ravens Flock. And if your goldfish, get a false fake ID so that your goldfish can have their own credit card. Sink your goldfish into credit card debt. And then, 15 years later, when your goldfish comes back to you with a half a leg and asking why the hell have they been chased around creation for $986,000 in credit card debt, you can point to us, the Ravens Flock, and you can tell them, you're welcome.
That escalated quickly.
With your help, we can and will succeed. You'll also get access to members first and members-only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you'll also get access to us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite Motley Crew nerds, here to make your voice our mission, by providing us your thoughts, your feedback, your ideas on how to better shape the future of this channel to suit your taste and needs. Up there in the chat, we've got Carisi Randall, Sama, Lisa Boo, and Nikki Bella up in the YouTube stream, and of course we've got lurkers in our Kick stream. They never like to talk unless they're trying to spam us with something, but that's all right. But Jose, pray tell, what is it exactly that we do here on Wrestle Rewind?
On Wrestle Rewind, we review 3 of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today. That is WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. Now, folks, we are only 2 days away. WrestleMania is this weekend!
Start panicking! Also, hey up there, Genie Rick. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind.
That's right. WrestleMania is this weekend, Saturday, April 6th and Sunday, April 7th in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the city of brotherly love, the fighting city, the city of all the Rocky movies, the city of awesome Italian foods and pizzas and shit, the city of Philly cheesesteaks, and most importantly, the city of WrestleMania 40.
But more important than all of that, the fact that Genie Rick is celebrating having been an inner flocker for 19 months!
Awesome, Genie Rick. Thank you very much. You are truly awesome. Thank you.
Your continued support warms our heart and helps Angel, our buddy over here, feel like he actually has one. Now, he still insists that he doesn't, but biology says otherwise.
It's okay. Everybody shrugs off denial sooner or later. So, with WrestleMania coming up, NXT is gearing up for their pay-per-view event, NXT Stand and Deliver, which will be happening this Saturday morning, the Saturday of WrestleMania. And AEW is right now gearing up for their pay-per-view event called AEW Dynasty, which is going to be later in the month on Sunday, April 21st. And TNA is also gearing up for their pay-per-view event called TNA Rebellion, which is going to be on Saturday, 4/20. 420, y'all.
Weed jokes, anyway.
Yeah, I know, right? But there's a lot to go through, and of course, yes, there is a huge, big negative cloud of, I guess we want to call it controversy with AEW that we're going to address a little bit later as we get to the Dynamite review, Juan.
Yeah, actually, as a matter of fact, yes.
Yes, we are going to address that a little bit later, but right now, let's go ahead and start with WWE's NXT review. Juan, ring that bell.
Don't mind if I do.
All right, folks, this is it. This is the go-home show. This is the final WWE NXT before WrestleMania weekend, before Stand and Deliver.
Yay! I'm going to actually have this a little bit tighter than usual for this week because you're very excited.
Of course. And this go-home show is going to tie up everything. Going to tie up all the loose ends so that everything can be ready in one huge pay-per-view package for Saturday. So the show opens up with a great triple threat tag team match, playa.
Holla, 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 holla.
That's right, the teams of Axiom and Nathan Frazier, the superhero high flyers, versus the Good Brothers, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, versus the LWO, Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro. And boy, oh boy, these guys put it all on the line. And whoever wins that tag team match will challenge Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker for the NXT tag team titles at Stand and Deliver. And this was a huge car crash of a triple threat tag team match. The action was completely all over the place, man. There was no tags. It was all tornado tag rule style. No disqualifications, no tags, anything goes. Of course, no weapons involved, which is kind of weird, but okay, whatever. It's WWE. I'm not going to question them. Like I said, lots of high flying in this match. Everybody got their spots in. Axiom and Nathan Frazier with their high flying suicide dives, knocking out their opponents outside of the ring. Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro also leaping in the air. Like it's a lot of fun. It's really good. And when we got back from commercial break, Doc Gallows is a one-man wrecking machine, knocking down these high flying wrestlers back and forth.
So giant man do giant man things.
Giant man.
Hello, Xi Jinping. Ni hao there, buddy. Welcome, dear leader and Winnie the Pooh man. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind.
Ni hao. Welcome. All right, so getting back to the action, and of course, but despite Doc Gallows being a one-man bulldozer knocking down cruiserweights left and right, that's not going to stop. That's not going to slow down the action for the other two tag teams. Let's see here. The Good Brothers tried to go in and hit the Good Brothers hit the Magic Killer onto Cruz del Toro in the middle of the ring. Axiom was able to knock off Gallows was able to knock off the Good Brothers with some help from Nathan Frazier, and then Nathan Frazier in the final moments of the tag match goes over to the top rope and hits a 450 splash, very unconventional, and then he pins Cruz del Toro in the middle of the ring and wins. Your winners and going to Stand and Deliver, Axiom and Nathan Frazier.
That feels kind of fast. Why was this so fast?
Because, like I said, the action was completely all over the place. Like there was 6 bodies, Wajo. Try keeping up with 6 guys flying everywhere, except for Luke Gallows.
6 guys flying around and stuff. I just wanted to know why I finished so quickly.
Well, except for Luke Gallows. Luke Gallows can't fly.
Has he tried to fly yet?
No, he has not tried. Thankfully, he has not tried to fly. I don't think I want to see him try to fly. I mean, very rarely do big guys fly and they succeed. And we don't want to roll that dice now, do we? Also, howdy, Miss Kim. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind.
And Vicente Guerrero up in the chat. Hey, up there, folks. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind, folks.
Me talking about it doesn't do any justice, but there is a clip of it on the WWE YouTube channel. You'd have to watch the action. It is really compelling stuff. And I guess I should have been wiser to know that Axiom and Nathan Frazier would win, since the other 2 tag teams are from SmackDown. It only makes sense, right?
Yeah, I suppose it does make sense here. But you know what? Like the one thing I'm figuring here is at least we got the Good Brothers and the LWO doing what they do well, and that is put on good matches and actually help put over the NXT folks over here. I guess that kind of makes sense. Now that I'm thinking about it, in fact, that's kind of what these 2 teams are here for. They're here to help put over other NXT kids coming up, the scruffy little roughneck children who are coming up out of the play yard.
Exactly.
Why am I talking about these grown-ass men like they're children? Anyway, point is, NXT rookies coming up to main staging at Stand and Deliver. Well done, superhero tag team duo.
Absolutely. And, of course, giving the fans what they want.
Yeah, which is more lucha stuff.
Hells yeah.
It seems like this is going to be insane. So already we have our tag team championship match for Stand and Deliver set and ready to go.
Yeah, I know. And before I continue on, I got to say, it's just a reminder, of course, with WrestleMania weekend, it's going to be a lot of work for us here in the Ravens Flock channel. So
mainly Jose, he doesn't consider it work. As a matter of fact, I've been watching him walk around the house all week with a gigantic, very, 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 very visible boner of the mind, soul, and partially of the body. You think I don't notice that bulge down there?
Okay, I don't know why you're fixated with that, but...
It's because you're fixated with professional wrestling! This is the happiest you're gonna be all year! Don't you deny it!
Listen, man, I need two things in my life to keep up with all the action. Number one, my boner. Number two, I need energy. And there's only one place that supplies me with the energy that I need, and that is Glitch Energy, folks. The ideal beverage for all geeks and nerds to help keep our bodies revitalized and supercharged.
You're damn right. And if you go to glitchenergy.com and use our promo code FlockFuel, you get 20% off your purchase. Jose was showing off the lovely Glitch Revive line, which is their hydration formula. It has no caffeine and it has no energy formula in it, but it's got plenty of electrolytes and it helps keep you charged up and helps you recoup your strength after a hard day's work and after a hard workout.
Absolutely.
But if you're looking to actually be energized, then look no further than Glitch's actual gamer energy line of formulations over here. They come with 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 calories, and 0 crash. But what's the most important part about them, Jose?
They taste great.
They damn right they do. So again, go to glitchenergy.com and use our promo code FlockFuel to get 20% off your purchase. Thank you again to Glitch Energy for partnering with the Ravens Flock. You've made a terrible mistake.
All right, let's continue and return to the review. So now we're going to get to the exciting match of the night, and I was pumped to see this because this is a clash that needed to happen, and this is her second wrestling match since her return from injury. Sol Ruca going one-on-one against Blair Davenport.
Oh, goddamn, yes! Surfer Babe looking chick is back!
Hells
yes!
Yeah!
Yes! Yes!
Sol Ruca was out of action for the entirety of the year because she had a torn ACL that needed to be addressed, and we are happy to see her make her return. Now, in storyline, Blair Davenport was the one that took her out backstage, and that was during the time where she was taking out a lot of attacking women backstage in NXT. So this is some revenge for Sol Ruca, if you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean. Miss Kim in the chat is over here saying, I've looked at Glitch Energy. It will replace several supplements I already take. No kidding. Really?
Yes.
That's great.
Yes.
Glad
yes.
to see that. Congrats.
Go ahead and shop online and use our promo code. Save yourself some money and also get yourself some of those goodies, my friend. So, getting to the in-ring action, Sol Ruca starts off white hot, hitting her with a bunch of takedowns and Hurricane Ranas. She is a ball of fire, and the fans are 100% behind Sol Ruca. But of course, she was
naturally, like Sol Ruca, she puts RVD to shame in terms of her flexibility and her aerial assaults.
Hells yeah. The action continues on at ringside, and then Blair Davenport turns the match around by slamming Sol Ruca's repaired knee, like knee first, right onto the steel steps. Ouch.
Ah, dick move.
Very much dick move. And when we get back from commercial break, Blair Davenport continues the assault, working over on the knee brace of Sol Ruca, keeping her grounded. But Sol Ruca was able to fire back with a huge comeback and hit a lot of unorthodox moves, including, I kid you not, one spot. I don't have a picture of it. I wasn't able to find it on WWE.com.
Come on, man.
No, I couldn't. They didn't have it. Sol Ruca was on the top turnbuckle, and she flies, and she hits a cartwheel midair, and then she intercepts Blair Davenport and hits a DDT in the middle of the ring. Wow!
Oh!
Damn!
God!
That is insane!
You gotta be shitting me. That is so cool.
That was really cool. It wasn't. What's up, Kim? Let's see.
Kim is saying, "Yep. In the long run, it'll be cheaper, and hubby hates taking pills. So as soon as my supplements run out, I'm getting some."
I mean,
Yes.
okay, yeah, of course, absolutely.
Yes.
Go
Excellent.
right ahead.
We're glad to see that. We're glad to hear that. Thank you. Let us know which flavors you get, and let us know how it works out for you.
So Sol Ruka's fired up, and she's about to hit her finishing move, the Soul Snatcher. But then Blair Davenport cuts her legs from right under Sol Ruka, and then hits her with her Falcon Arrow and the knee strike right to the face. But as she was trying to, as she was trying to put her away, Sol Ruka was able to roll up Blair Davenport and steal the win. Your winner, Sol Ruka.
And to be perfectly honest, it's not as if Blair Davenport hasn't kind of brought this shit down onto herself. If you got it, like, how many nasty injuries and how many nasty spots did
she cost you Nikita Lyons.
Yes, she cost me Nikita Lyons. She cost me the booty popping of Nikita Lyons. God damn it. Thank you, Sol Ruka, for avenging Nikita Lyons' booty. And your knee injury, I guess, too.
Now, that being said, because of the finish, I'm expecting that they're going to have another clash sooner than later. So I want to see how this turns out. But this was a great second match for Sol Ruka. It's furthering the storyline. It's another win for her, and I want to see if she can keep up that momentum.
I'm sure she can. Just give it a time over here.
And now let's get to the exciting segment of the night, and it's another talkie segment, Juan, with the Supernova Sessions, with your host, Supernova 11, Noam Dar.
What the fuck?
this
guy.
Yes,
this guy right here.
In this talk segment, Noam Dar is mediating an interview between Roxanne Perez to the right and to the left, the defending NXT Women's Champion, Lyra Valkyria.
Okay, so these two have gotten really heated over the last couple weeks, and Roxy has gone to the dark side of the Force. She's smiling here, but this isn't her usual I'm happy to be here smile. This is her I'm happy to wreck your face smile.
Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, Lyra Valkyria's got the killer look, like she's ready to murder.
Also, I'm noticing over here, am I imagining things, or are these guys photoshopping Noam Dar and Lyra Valkyria's browner eyes to look kind of reddish?
What are you trying to tell us?
That?
Yeah, that was very...
Or is that just me?
No. I think that's a very odd digital art choice by WWE. What are you trying to tell us?
That is so bizarre. I don't get it, but whatever.
All right,
I'm not in charge of their graphic design department.
Okay, so there was obviously no there's obviously no love lost between Roxanne and Lyra. Roxanne continued on claiming that she's going to be taking back her championship that she never lost. Lyra Valkyria, of course, had her own arsenal to shoot back at Roxanne Perez, telling her that that you did have the title was never taken from her. She competed in the ladder match. She didn't climb up and last year. She didn't grab the title. It was Indy Hartwell, and she told Roxanne to quit blaming other people for her shortcomings. Short, get it? Because she's
mini.
I don't want her to kill me though. But anyways,
hey, if that's the way you go out, that's the way you go out. All right, man.
And of course, the strength of the Supernova Sessions would not be enough to keep these women in line, because the talking was over and they brawled in the middle of the talk segment.
So
and
they has fight,
and it ended with Lyra Valkyria slamming Roxanne Perez through this nice black coffee table they had set up.
Ow!
In fact, I actually have a picture here. Go ahead.
Oh, do we?
Yes.
Oh, good. Yeah. So,
here's the picture of the carnage.
Ow, dick. Why didn't you tell me the rest of the metaphor were in the middle of all this crap, too?
Well, that was implied.
No, it wasn't!
Okay, fine. The rest of the metaphor were there, and they were just eating the popcorn and just drinking in the drama.
So, ow, dick moves.
Hey, it's like me and Angel whenever we sit back and listen in and watch all the drama unfold.
You're evil.
And so do you!
Yeah, so do I.
But that being said, this is awesome, and I actually heard, and I've actually kept my ears on the ground. There are reports that apparently Roxanne Perez has impressed a lot of higher-ups in the WWE, and she is due for a main roster call-up, and that Stand and Deliver might be her last match in NXT.
Yay!
Yay! Are you excited to see Roxy go up to Raw and SmackDown? I mean, it sucks that we're not going to be able to talk about her anymore.
She seems like a SmackDown girl, as far as I'm concerned. But you know what? If anyone deserves a promotion, it's definitely Roxy.
Yeah, that's true. It just sucks that we're not going to be able to talk about her anymore.
Yeah, that'll be missed.
But it's okay. We still have our champ. But that being said, funny segment. The ladies did well. This is awesome. Let's move on.
All right.
Now, this one was the meh match of the night, and there are a couple of reasons why. It's a one-on-one encounter between the NXT North American Champion, Obafemi, versus Joe Gacy.
All right, Joe Gacy, he's been going batshit. Is this a non-title match, I suppose?
It is a non-title match.
So it's just Joe Gacy coming out of his trash can to try and be a crazy hobo.
That is right. Hang on a minute. What if it's
Cindy Guerrero in the chat over here saying red eyes can happen for anyone depending on the camera or video being used. PWI articles from 1997 showed Owen Hart being a badass benching 400 pounds while weighing 227. He has red eyes like a demon.
Duh!
Yeah, but that's back in when you have actual flash in the eyes going on. We're not talking about camera flash red eyes. It feels kind of like their eyes were highlighted, like digitally highlighted, not in the same way that you're probably thinking of the photo of Owen Hart. I'm gonna pull that up so I can actually get a comparison while we continue over here.
Yeah, go right ahead. Now, before the match could get underway, Joe Gacy was attacked from behind. Yep, go ahead and pull up the picture
there's a picture.
Yep, Joe Gacy was attacked from behind by the Perfect 10, Sean Spears.
Really?
Last week, Sean Spears competed in a one-on-one match against Dijak, and Joe Gacy cost him the victory when Joe Gacy stole his chair from him. And Sean Spears got a little bit of a payback and attacking Joe Gacy from behind, and Joe Gacy went into the match with a huge disadvantage.
Ow.
Yes,
Shit.
indeed. Now, this match, of course, was one-sided. Obafemi was dominating throughout the entire match until Joe Gacy was able to hit his comeback. But then, near the end of the match, Joe Gacy tries to hit the upside-down finishing move. Obafemi catches him, throws him, then pushes him against the corner. And there is a pivotal moment that happens in the match where Obafemi tosses Joe Gacy over the shoulders and does like a Beal toss into the middle of the ring, and the referee put up the X sign. And Juan, you and I both know what that means when the referee puts up the sign.
Yeah, it means Wakanda forever.
No, asshole. It means that Joe Gacy may have...
It's not...
Oh, sorry.
It's not across the chest, it's X's up.
All right, sorry. My bad.
Over the head.
My bad. X over the head. Oh, I can't do it. I have a mic. I gotta talk.
Yeah, and you were trying to culturally appropriate Wakanda.
I was trying to talk.
You were trying to appropriate Wakanda.
I was trying to dual tap. All right. It's a call sign meaning that the wrestler may have suffered a concussion and the match
or a serious injury.
So the match was ended. So due to referee stoppage, Obafemi won the match. The match was cut short, unfortunately, and I did read up on that, and there was a potential injury that was, and that was there may have been a possible injury with Joe Gacy in that match, and I really hope that he's okay. Ugh.
Spoiler alert: he's not. I'm 99% sure he's got messed up.
Okay, well, I'm not talking about storyline. I'm talking about, like...
Neither am I!
Jesus, man.
I'm not saying that to be diminishing or to be mean. I'm saying odds are if he got fucked up this hard in the middle of a match, it's probably serious business.
Probably.
And I do wish him a swift and speedy recovery.
But
goddamn, I'm not going to sugarcoat it here for you.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry, it's okay. I know how you feel about Joe Gacy. from the get, he creeped you.
The weird, evil, woke cult guy.
Hey,
Miss Kim is asking in the chat, I decided to get the energy for hubby who works at night. How does Nerdies taste? Have you tried it?
Juan would have to be...
tried the Nerdies? Huh, I wonder. Have we tried the Nerdies?
We have indeed tried the Nerdies.
It's exactly how it tastes. It tastes like the little Nerds candies.
Yes.
It's delicious.
It is very delicious, and yes, 100% recommend for your hubby. That being said, hey Juan, do you like reoccurring jokes from our past episodes?
You mean running gags? I like running gags.
Hells yeah! Remember that feud between the D'Angelo family and the Phantom League, the Legado del Fantasma, and all the crazy hijinks that happened?
Yeah. There was some shenanigans involving like like repossessing vehicles and trying to stop each other from being able to get into their match and everything. It was pretty silly.
What if I told you that we could bring back one of those silly antics back into the fold in a storyline with Ilya Dragunov?
What the fuck? They booted Ilya's car? What the shit is this, man?
This is a bizarre and funny segment. It's not bad, but it is bizarre and funny, and I want to talk about it. Yes, Tony D'Angelo, the Gabagooli guy, put the fucking boot on the NXT champion's car.
Wow.
It's back, one. The boot is back.
Oh my god. The funny and sad and weird thing is, it's not even really his car. These guys have to rent their cars. Like, I don't know if Ilya Dragunov, if he lives in Florida while he's doing his run in NXT, and maybe that is his car, or maybe it's like a lease or something, but like 9 times out of 10, these guys are renting cars, and that's not his. How the fuck is he gonna get that back to like Enterprise or to like Hertz or whatever?
Well, first of all, he's got to call
Avis.
Well, first of all, he's got to call the number on the boot and speak to a man named Steve Grabowski. But before he could get to that, he was stopped by Tony D'Angelo's gang, who took him for a ride and took him over into a dark lit warehouse in an undisclosed location to have one final meeting with the Don of NXT, Tony D'Angelo.
Are you fucking kidding me? All of this to get this fucking guys over here to meet him? What kind of horse shit is this, man? That is so extra. Yeah, sure, an undisclosed warehouse out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, sure, let's say that.
Yeah, well, I don't know what to call it. Jesus Christ. But anyway, this talk segment was so damn weird. They were talking about how Ilya Dragunov, first of all, said that he's heard many threats before from many people who challenged for the title, and he's beaten them all. And Tony D'Angelo, of course, tried to fire back saying he's not just any contender, he's the Don of NXT, and he knows that Ilya Dragunov is unbeatable, but he's gonna prove otherwise this Saturday at Stand and Deliver. And then during this talking segment, mind you, Ilya Dragunov has his hand bandaged up from that one spot in his match last week where his finger was bent weirdly.
I remember that.
Dragunov grabbed his injured hand and he was like, hey, listen, pal, I can end this anytime I want, but I'm going to do it in front of the world instead. And then, at the end of it all, the whole gang leaves, and the segment ends with Dragunov with his Last Supper that's underneath that little cover thing. Last Supper a la carte, whatever you want to call it. You know what, folks? Throw your guesses in the comments at what the dish is that Ilya Dragunov could be eating. All right? Wancho, throw your guess. Come on.
I don't know. A horse's head?
Ah!
What do you want me to say? I don't fucking know. Also, this.
Oh yeah, dude! Could you imagine if this was real and Dragunov goes back to his car hours later? Damn! Look at all those tickets, man.
That would have been hilarious.
It could have been worse. He could be chewing out of the boot.
There we go. That's what's under the cover on his final plate here. The lug nuts that kept the boot on.
The lug nuts? Can you tell that we love The Simpsons, folks?
Clearly. And Gene freaking Ping is giving a thumbs up over here, I guess, with Taste of Nerdies for the Glitch Energy. So yay, we appreciate that.
All right, awesome. Now, before we get to the main event, we do have an honorable mention here for this week's edition of NXT, and it is a one-on-ones match featuring 2 NXT women competitors. That is Carmen Petrovic versus Lola Vice with Natalya at ringside, and this was a standard match, and Lola Vice was able to get her win. And this was good. Lola Vice got her win, but it would have meant a lot more if Lola Vice won last week against Natalya. Natalya didn't need the win.
One thing, so Natty's is she's like mentoring or coaching Lola Vice?
No, Natalya is mentoring Carmen Petrovic.
Okay, I see. Why?
I don't know. The only correlation, the only loose premise that I could think of between the two is that they're both Canadian. Yeah, you didn't know that? Carmen Petrovic is
that's not even it. Like, that's almost as loosey-goosey as a freaking, the way that, Corbin and what's-his-face, Braun Breaker got together. Hey, we both hate people. Let's hate people together. Let's haterade on everyone. Like,
but at least Natalia and Carmen are not dressing up in furry cat's gear.
Good point. Yeah, Natty gave up the kitty ears a long time ago. That's not even the point. The point is, okay, Lola Vice won. She shook her booty at the end. You know, I saw that. I actually saw that bit. What's her face? Natalia is like helping Carmen Petrovic up, and Lola Vice is in the corner wiggling her ass at the both of them.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
What are you flexing on me? Is that like you dabbing on me? Are you dancing your ass at me in defiance? What is that?
Flexing for days.
Why? That's so weird. That is such a weird, unnecessary flex. I don't get
it. All right, now we get to the main event segment. These two guys meet face-to-face one last time before they main event NXT Stand and Deliver. And that is Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes.
All right, so as was stated earlier over here, apparently these two guys are going to be the first, are going to be headlining the very first main event match in a pay-per-view event held between two African-American performers. So, yay, history.
Hell's yeah.
I'm guessing that was brought up like
that was
9 times or whatever.
No, that was only brought up once.
Okay, I was about to fucking say.
Yeah, they didn't step on that shit to the ground, thankfully. No. They kept it personal between the two. And they were surrounded by a bunch of guards, a bunch of security staff in the middle of the ring. Carmelo Hayes, he made the comparison to the relationship with Trick Williams. It's like, the championships are pretty much like his girlfriends. Like, Carmelo Hayes has the NXT title. Trick Williams will stick with the North America title. But then Trick Williams got a little too greedy and went after the NXT championship. And Carmelo Hayes, it felt like a Trick was trying to move in on his girl.
But why?
Because it's Carmelo Hayes' championship, and he wanted Trick to stay on his lane.
Are you fucking serious, dude? Show your ass. You sent in the chat, Natalia would make even wearing a dog mask look hot if you've seen her YouTube channel. Yes, I have, very much so. But I was over here just like, but that was such a weird-ass thing to fucking do with them at the end of the match or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I'll shake my ass at you, how dare you, kind of thing. Like, what the hell? I don't get it.
Oh my God, it was so good. And of course, Carmelo Hayes continued and saying like, yeah, man. And of course he dropped his line that he's going to remind Trick Williams why Melo don't miss and why he is him. And then Trick Williams had his own verbiage against him. Carmelo Hayes, I like what Carmelo Hayes said to him. He said like, oh, congratulations. You've been hot for 6 months. I've been hot for 3 years.
And you ain't hot now, son. What up?
Oh man. It was so good. And of course, the whole talking segment ends with a huge pull apart between Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes, with all the security guards and staff trying to break them up. Yeah.
Yay.
It was fun.
Okay,
it was a great.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it. That's how you build the pay-per-view in the final TV showing. That's how you build Stand and Deliver. And I'm happy to say to folks that I will be watching it. I'm not going to stream it Saturday, but I will be watching Saturday. And me and Juan, we're going to give our review of the main event for Stand and Deliver next week.
Yep, and if you want to watch us geek out over professional wrestling stuff, just be sure to watch us this Saturday and Sunday for this week's for our special WrestleMania watch parties, guys. So,
yay! All right,
it's going to be fun and it's going to be crazy.
Now that's the NXT is done and over with. Now let's get into this week's edition of AEW Dynamite.
Like the fuse hit the boom, Dynamite.
That's right. It's time to talk about the awesome everywhere wrestling TV show, Dynamite. Because everything is awesome, Juan. It's awesome everywhere.
Awesome.
Everything is positive. There's nothing to address. There is no elephant in the room. None. There's
no elephant whatsoever?
None. Take him back. Take that elephant back.
Are you sure we have none?
We have no elephants. Nope. Not whatsoever. Nope. There's nothing to talk about.
There's nothing bad. There's nothing negative or controversial or anything to talk about when it comes to AEW at all. Not in any way, shape, or form.
So oh my God, we are.
And to be perfectly fair, there is nothing anyone could ever say or do about All Elite Wrestling that can make anyone change their mind at all. Ever. Oh
my God. All right. Yeah, I know. We are poorly timed bastards because...
How?
Well, first of all, yes, folks, we did talk about the CM Punk interview in the MMA Hour last night on the Black Files. And if you want to watch our thoughts on it, go ahead and click the link on the live chat.
If I haven't made it obvious...
Because last night, AEW Dynamite, they had a very, very non-subtle, very cringy response. And it's very painful to me to talk about this, but we're going to have to talk about this. AEW Dynamite opens up. Well, first of all, their edition of AEW Dynamite takes place over in Worcester, Massachusetts. Worcester.
Mm-mm.
How's it pronounced?
Worcester,
Massachusetts. And the show opens up with an in-ring promo segment from the AEW TNT champion, the Rated R Superstar, Edge.
Adam Copeland.
Yeah, I know. And, oh boy, this was very tough for me to watch because Adam Copeland got on the mic and he says, yes, there's a lot of negative shit that was talked about this week. He didn't want to get into that. He wanted to celebrate how pro wrestling is awesome. He talked about growing up watching First he mentioned WWF, not WWE, WWF, and the fans immediately boo like, come on, guys. Even at one point you watched WWF, get over yourselves. And he
Adam even went ahead and said like, hey, no, there's nothing to boo about that. There's nothing to boo about.
Like you're missing the point.
You're missing the point here. Let me finish here.
He watches the
and they were politely lowered their booing, but they didn't stop booing until he mentioned any other promotion that wasn't WWF or WWE.
No, he mentions NWA. He mentions
cheer.
He mentions he mentions Stampede Wrestling. He mentions
cheer.
He mentions another wrestling promotion in Calgary, which they cheer.
They cheer.
I don't think he mentioned WCW.
They still cheer.
Yeah, they cheer for everything except WWF. Hypocrites.
Or WWE.
Hypocrites.
But that's not really... No.
Yeah.
This is your show.
No. And what's really ironic is that Adam Copeland, at the beginning of the promo, he was struggling with his mic. He was struggling with technical issues because the microphone was giving negative feedback, and that should have been an omen about what Adam Copeland is about Adam Copeland opening the promo segment regarding negative feedback. But that being said, Adam Copeland then mentioned that pro wrestling is fun and AEW is where pro wrestling is fun and exciting, and he puts over his that he wants to retire in AEW, and that he has all these awesome matches that he wants to have against Will Ospreay, against Darby Allin, Kazuchika Okada, Kenny Omega. He puts over all those guys, and then he finishes off the promo segment by saying AEW. Or the big boys. Oh, wait. Sorry. I was thinking WCW. No, AEW.
What adjective is that?
No. AEW were the best wrestle. This was not a very, very good segment. It was very, very much cringy. 100% a knee-jerk reaction response to CM Punk's comments about AEW on the MMA Hour. And with Ariel Helwani, and considering and the fact that Adam Copeland addressed this on this program, and in regards to what CM Punk said that was anywhere near their rate, like it just once again paints a huge picture of how much of a number 2 promotion AEW is compared to WWE being the number 1 promotion. Who does this segment help? It didn't help anybody. At all.
Who it could have helped. I know who it could have helped.
Oh boy.
Do I have to? I mean, like, shall I? Shall I?
Go for it. Just yeah,
I mean, hello, Jose. How did he finish that? He finished it with what line again?
AEW were the best wrestle.
Stop trying to make where the best wrestle happen. It's not going to happen.
God, man, it was so self-indulging. It was unnecessary, and worst of all, it took up a lot of TV time. And CM Punk had it right. TV time is expensive, and you waste it on that? You know what? I've already given my thoughts on this. I'm going to hot tag to Juan because I'm pretty sure Juan has a lot more to say about AEW's not so subtle response.
You're going to hot tag?
Hot tag. Let's go.
What the? Okay, I guess I'm hot tagged. All right, give me that. I'll take that. Get it away from me. Hey folks, Juan Rouse, one of the heads of Raves Flock, the tech quarter of the team, and Jose's tag partner here on Wrestle Rewind. And yeah, let's call a spade a spade. When it comes to this promo, it was really written for one person by one person. Tony goddamn Khan. Let's not kid ourselves here. Adam Copeland may have been speaking from the heart, talking about how he wants to spend his retiring years, his sunset years with his best friend Christian Cage, having the most fun in his whole life. And trust me, I'm not going to say no to being paid a shitload of money by an idiot who doesn't know how to run a company to work however the hell I want. I will not say no to that kind of working condition. But then again, I don't have the same kind of self-respect that others who were in AEW and were subsequently either left or jumped ship over to the WWE may have. Think about it. You've got Cody Rhodes, Jade Cargill, CM Punk. You've got a whole plethora of folks who have been for years talking about AEW is so much fun. It's so much fun to be there. Okay, I'm sure that it's really great, and I'm sure you're having a blast there. But let's not kid ourselves. These kind of Bush League promos, this kind of Bush League booking, this kind of Bush League presentation, this kind of Bush League management screams number 2. It screams, I will always be runner-up to you. Instead of, I'm not going to worry about you. I'm going to do my thing. I'm not going to have your lip. I'm not going to freaking talk. I'm not going to freaking mind you or keep your name on my lips. I'm going to work on making myself as big and as memorable and as explosive and, more importantly, as successful as possible. Tell me, in the history of what kind of pro wrestling promotion has burning $30 million in a single year without making that much of a return ever worked out for a pro wrestling promotion that lasted long enough to make a difference? I'll give you a hint. The only time any other pro wrestling promotion has lost that kind of money was TNA when it was under the auspices of one Madam Dixie Carter. And we all know how that turned out. Dixie goddamn Carter was burning money left and right, not running her shit properly, primarily throwing her money at guys like Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff, when they did next to nothing in their time there in order to actually help elevate the company, all because she was under the belief that having these big people will make her successful, will make her the number one company. Trying to shoot for number one in that angle is destined to fail every single time. The track record speaks for itself. WCW, Dixie Carter's TNA Wrestling, it didn't work. That's why she got into so much freaking financial troubles and financial straits that TNA had to change their branding to Impact in order to get the bad taste of her management out of their mouth. Now it's under the auspices of Anthem Entertainment.
and it's primarily being run. Is it still being run in Canada, or is it being run out of Nashville?
Out of Nashville.
At Nashville? It's still Nashville?
Still Nashville.
Cool. Fantastic. The problem here is that this was clearly aimed at detraction, where if you actually listened to the entirety of the podcast instead of just listening to how he crapped on your manager, your booker, your owner, your boss, and you actually hear the good shit that he says. He said he made a lot of great friends there. He says he made so many great memories and made so many new connections and got to meet new people and got to do different things there in AEW. Punk did mention a lot of positive shit there. The problem is, the louder shit happens to be, unfortunately, the dumb dog shit that's run by Tony Goddamn Khan and the fucking young fucks. I don't even know how much Kenny Olivier's fucking operation is these days, except for his diverticulitis thing. But that just showed up after Punk was gone. Adam Copeland can put over AEW all the live long day. That's never going to get a problem. What needs to be done is either one of two things. Either have your champions put over the promotion and put over the fans, acknowledging we've got the fiercest fan base in the world for professional wrestling, and we want to cater to you, and we want you to bring in more folks to watch us. We want you to show others what we're about, what AEW is all about. Why folks want to be here. Why you want to be here every single week. And you guys can do that because you are the backbone of all elite wrestling. Without you fans, we wouldn't be here. You can have a babyface promo like that, like Adam Copeland did, which, like, the promo itself, if it wasn't for the obvious cringe context that it was brought out for, 10 out of 10, no issues, no problem. The problem of it comes up when you have him clearly saying, "Oh, dear leader Tony Khan, thank you so much for this. Num, 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 num. May I have another? Yes, please, sir. May I have some more? Num, 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 num." Whatever. No. Because that would be the other thing that you could do. All the shit that Adam Copeland said, Tony Khan should have the balls to say himself. We make fun about how fucking awkward he is in public speaking, how he has to be fucking loaded up on NyQuil to fucking come down from his coke highs in order for him to actually talk like a normal human being. We make fun of it all the live long day. But if he actually gets himself drilled in just enough, if he actually gets his balls out of his purse long enough, instead of hiding behind his talent and having them talk about how great the promotion is and having them thank you, Tony Khan, thank you, all like making it so fucking obvious. If Tony Khan had the balls for that and did it himself, I could respect him a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, for goodness sake, Tony Khan got out in front of the Chicago crowd on the same night that he fired CM Punk for cause last year.
Yeah,
what was stopping him from going out in front of this crowd?
Oh, because he's not trying to address the hometown crowd of Chicago that were about to light the entire building on fire because of CM Punk not being there anymore. He wanted to address them and try to tell them how he was so afraid for his life he had to fire him with cause.
And CM Punk made it clear that he didn't do anything.
I didn't know. His words are, "I didn't sign an NDA for anything I did." Take those words to heart. I'm going to take a look in the chat before I tag my partner back in. Great opening speech by Adam Edge. Copeland, if it seemed like bad timing, Edge can make it seem at least okay. For the crowd to really boo, Adam would have to bring up XPW, GCW, or any IWA feds. Actually, you know what? These guys, like a lot of the freaking basement dweller idiots who would like to run around AEW and say how it's the greatest thing, they'll cheer for Nick Gage and they'll cheer for XPW and GCW and IWA Mid-South before they'll ever earnestly cheer for WWE, even when if it wasn't for shit like WWE's going on, especially this weekend, shit like this wouldn't be happening for any fucking buddy else. You've got so many other promotions. You have GCW running in Philly. You have had AEW running this week. You've got fucking you've got TNA running in Philadelphia, even though it's pre-recorded.
Ring of Honor is having their Supercard of Honor pay-per-view tomorrow in Philly.
You see? Even fucking Ring of Honor is taking advantage of it. So that's Tony Goddamn Khan taking advantage of the heat of WrestleMania weekend. If it wasn't for this shit, then you better goddamn believe. You better believe that that these guys wouldn't have even a freaking basement to fill for people to watch them fight and wrestle in the mud.
Speaking of heat, Juancho, because we know Tony Khan loves doing his pay-per-view media scrums. You think these questions of Punk are going to come up tomorrow night?
I'm not going to answer that. That doesn't serve me. I'm not going to answer that. That doesn't serve me. That doesn't serve me. Sounds like Juancho wants Dixie Carter to help Tony Khan book AEW.
Oh, God.
No. Yeah, no. She's been so famously and eloquently dubbed the Sarah Palin of pro wrestling. She can see bankruptcy from her house. I do have to listen to the Punk interview. Really seems like another pipe bomb.
Oh, it was another pipe bomb.
But the nicest kind of pipe bomb possible. And Miss Kim is saying, I ordered it. We're buying a 12-pack of off-brand 5-Hour Energy for the same price. This is 30 servings. He hits a wall around 2 a.m. and he will need it. Well done. You're going to love it, and he's going to thank you for it.
Hells yeah.
My advice, pacing. Pacing yourself, even though one scoop is all you need for a nice 20-ounce serving on there. My advice is pace it, and halfway through the cup, just refill it a little more. The flavor lasts. It might be a little thinner, but that's usually how it works, and that's how you can actually have it last you nice and long. And like I said, 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 calories, 0 crash.
But yeah, that being said, it broke me to talk about this because I am a fan of Edge. We're fans of Edge, for goodness sake.
How many times have I laid his A's Rated R Superstar Championship belt on his lap to show you guys how much of a fan of Edge he is, of Adam Copeland? It's literally just the most tone-deaf delivery. Because you're thinking, aha, that'll show them. That'll show everyone who the little runner-up guys are. We're not the runner-up guys. You are. CM Punk, who's making millions of dollars, and he's going to be showing up at WrestleMania and probably getting one of the loudest pops in the entire building, even without having to actually wrestle. Yeah, sure. That showed him. All Punk did was speak from his experience. And Vicente Guerrero is saying, to be fair, Adam Copeland and Christian Cage have never liked Punk much. Both guys even joked about his first MMA loss. You know what? Okay, whatever.
Can't speak on that.
Even Punk at this point has learned to laugh at himself about his MMA run. And that's not the end of the world. But you know what you could do? You could be professional about it. Adam, I'm sure he was thought that he was doing a good job, being a good soldier for his paymaster. I mean his boss, Tony Khan.
You mean Mr. Nice Guy?
Yeah, Mr. Nice Guy. I'm sure Tony Khan's the nicest guy on planet Earth, but I could outbook him any day of the week.
Sorry, Tony Khan, but nice guys finish last.
That's it, I'm done.
Get away from my seat! I need my water.
You get your water!
I gotta stay hydrated.
You stay hydrated!
All right, so that was our thoughts on the opening segment. God almighty, that was cringy, that was very reactive, and that was completely unnecessary.
It's limp dick energy. I'm sorry. I hate saying that because I love Adam Copeland.
So do I!
But that's limp dick energy, dude. You're not showing anybody off. You ain't broader than Broadway, son. Shit.
All right, well, let's go ahead and move on because there is an exciting match that I do want to talk about. And yeah, it's the stupid title of the match, the Battle of Wills.
Powerhouse Will Hobbs versus Will Ospreay with this fucking...
With Don Callis at ringside on commentary. Yeah, no. But stupidity of the title and Don Callis aside, this was definitely a good clash of styles. Big, meaty, powerhouse Will Hobbs against the aerial assassin, the technical expertise of Will Ospreay. Powerhouse Hobbs was able to use his power moves to dominate the aerial assassin throughout the majority of the match. And when we got back from commercial break, Powerhouse continued the assault until Will Ospreay was able to get a little bit of fresh air. And then we got an exchange of chops. Like, Will Ospreay tried to lay out a series of chops onto Powerhouse Hobbs to, like, no effect. Like, dude, you forget, Hobbs is a rock Pokemon. That's not gonna work.
Will Hobbs is a rock Pokemon. That's the nicest way to put it.
I know, man. He
gives me beefy guys or meaty guys. That's him.
He reminds me of the Pokemon Graveler. That's what he reminds me of.
Really?
Yeah, the second evolved form of Geodude.
I'm thinking Machoke.
Yeah, Machoke is alright. But that being said, why are we talking about this freaking Pokemon over here, man?
You're the one who called him a Pokemon!
Yeah, I know. I'm being ridiculous. Powerhouse Hobbs was able to fire back and continue the assault on Will Ospreay until Ospreay was able to hit his aerial move to keep him grounded. And then he takes off his elbow pad, signaling for the hidden blade. He tries to go for it. Will Hobbs hits a beautiful over-the-head belly-to-belly suplex, laying out Will Ospreay in the middle of the ring. But of course, near the end of the match, Powerhouse Hobbs was outsmarted by the aerial assassin. Will Ospreay hits the hidden blade to pin and win. Your winner, Will Ospreay. And then after the match, the Don Callis tried to celebrate with the Wills, but Powerhouse Hobbs was being a sore loser and just left the ring.
I mean, yeah. Is like, hold on, remind me, is Powerhouse Hobbs part of the Don Callis gangbang thing, whatever?
He's part of the Don Callis family.
You gotta be shitting me, seriously?
And so is Will Ospreay.
I knew that Will Ospreay was, but God.
Why is Don Callis having his presumably adopted children fight each other?
Because he's an idiot.
Jesus.
Because this guy thinks he's cool and badass, and all he is fucking weird.
Carny piece of shit.
Carny piece of shit.
Yeah. Christian Cage can... Yeah, no, that's one of the things I'll agree with Christian. His opinion on CM Punk, not so much. Anyways.
Nikki Bella, Roman Reigns once wrestled in AEW. What? No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
No. Roman Reigns never wrestled in AEW.
No, he wrestled for FCW.
Yeah,
before that became NXT.
Yeah, when he was Roman Liaki, but that was it.
Joe Liaki, yeah.
No, Roman Liaki.
All right, yeah. All right, now let's get to the exciting segment of the night, and it is an interview segment with Willow Nightingale.
All right, so Willow, she's got a match coming up.
That's right. She was interviewed by Renee Paquette, and Willow Nightingale is challenging Julia Hart for the AEW TBS Championship at Dynasty on Sunday, April 21st. Willow Nightingale got on the mic, and she cut a beautifully passionate babyface promo about specifically in Worcester, Massachusetts, where she got one of her early starts in pro wrestling. That there's a specific place in that town where she got her start in wrestling and where she cut her teeth in, and she was very happy that the fans followed her through her growth in the pro wrestling world, and she's ready to become the smiling face of TBS when she wins the championship.
I really have no issue with Willow Nightingale at all. She's such a badass in the ring. I really believe that she could do way better than this stuff, but if this is how we're going to have her, then yeah, have her challenge Julia Hart for the title. Yes, no issues there.
Absolutely, and apparently in the stomping grounds of Worcester is where she met her real life friend Chris Statlander. Yay! Yay! So it was a great babyface promo. She's looking forward to challenging for the TBS Championship, but then she was interrupted by, of course, the CEO of AEW. Boy, that title's gonna wear thin. Mercedes Moné. Mercedes Moné got on the mic.
Already wore thin.
Yeah.
But okay.
Mercedes Moné got on the mic, and she has declared that whoever wins the TBS Championship at Dynasty will face Mercedes Moné for the title at Double or Nothing, which is on Sunday, May 26th.
So you mean to tell me Mercedes Moné isn't even going to try to get into a match before that?
Nope.
Or what the What?
No, she's declaring that she wants the TBS title.
Okay, you can want the TBS title, but what happened to the ranking system?
There is no ranking system when it comes to the TBS and the TNT title.
Oh no, but you have to have matches in order to qualify, right? Don't the matches matter, Jose? The matches matter. The wins and losses matter.
But Mercedes...
No, Jose, this is sports-based presentation.
Oh, God.
This is sports-based presentation where wins and losses matter. Mercedes Moné has not won her 5 matches yet.
She hasn't even competed in a match.
And she has to, in order for her to qualify for a title match, does it not? That's the rules of AEW.
But
where the best wrestle.
But Juancho, aren't you still a fan of Sasha Banks?
Aren't I a fan of rules?
Oh, God. Yeah, no, like I said, great babyface promo from Willow Nightingale, but Mercedes Moné coming out to just up and declare, like, pretty much pulled the rug from under the promo segment when she up and
basically like taking the whiz out of it. Like, come on, man, I get it. We're here to but are we here for her to be a heel or what?
I think they're setting up for Mercedes Moné to be a heel. I mean, come on, look at her presentation. It screams villain, guys.
She's a babyface right now. Everyone likes her because she's the CEO.
For now.
And she's declaring herself, is it right?
Oh boy,
That means that she's declared.
Just have her turn heel already. Get it over with, guys. Jesus Christ. Anyways, all right, let's move on to the really, really, really bad match. I watched it and I was infuriated. It is a one-on-one match between 1/3 of the Ring of Honor World 6-Man Tag Team Champions, the leader of the Bang Bang Gang, the Bullet Club Gold, Switchblade Jay White, going up against 1/3 of the AEW World Trios Champions, Daddy Ass Billy Gunn.
All right, so 1/3 of a champions versus another 1/3 of a champions in a singles non-championship match for no championships.
I'm going to...
2 champions,
Yes.
who are 1/3 of a champions.
Yes.
So there's a 1/6 of a championships in total, but there's 2 of them, so that's still only 1/3. And why do I smell burning battery?
Hang on a minute, Juancho. You just went cross-eyed, too.
That
That being said, this was so horrible for me to watch because Jay White did not get any offense on this match at all. Billy Gunn was beating the shit out of Jay White this entire time. And I'm going to reframe it differently. Why is Jay White, one of the hottest prospects in pro wrestling, getting his ass kicked by a dude in his 60s? Why?
Okay, to be fair, this dude is shredded as fuck for being in his 60s. Also, Project Metal Music's in the chat. Hey up there, Project Metal Music. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind.
Okay, fair enough. I'll give credit where credit's due. Billy Gunn has kept himself in really awesome shape, and I'm not taking anything away from him.
Nor should you.
But in this presentation where Jay White, he's supposed to be one of the hottest assets in AEW, and he's getting his ass beat on national television by a dude who's like, for all intents and purposes, like if it wasn't for his awesome physique, like he ought to be not competing full time. But I'm sorry, this does not help. This was not a good match to watch because Jay White didn't get any offense in. The only last offense he got in was when he tried to use underhanded tactics to win. He hits a low blow right in front of the referee and gets himself disqualified.
Excuse me?
Yes! And then afterwards, the rest of Billy Gunn's kids, Austin and Colton Gunn, who are, by the way, part of the Bullet Club, they went in there and put a 3-on-1 beatdown against Daddy Ass until he was saved by the Acclaimed, by Max Caster and Anthony Bowens, who chased out the Bullet Club in the ring. Fuck this match! Oh my god, what is wrong with me?
What the hell?
I'm sorry, I'm really mad about it.
Okay, I can understand why you're mad. The question is, why are you taking out on my microphones?
I'm sorry.
I'm goofing on you. No, I understand. Yeah, that's fucking frustrating. It's annoying as hell. And there's really no reason for these guys to be screwing with each other like this. But come on, guys. Let's not kid ourselves here. This is really all they've got with the all we've got with the trios championships of both divisions, of both promotions. Come on, guys. What the hell?
Like, Billy Gunn, no disrespect, but Billy Gunn didn't need the win. Jay White would have benefited more from the win if
Jay White's the bad guy. He's got to be dirty.
Well, yeah, of course, but, like, having Jay White take all the offense, like this whole match was painfully one-sided.
Yeah.
Like, why did it need to be painfully white-sided? Why can't we have Jay White? Yeah, why can't we have Jay White, get in some action? Like, it made him look weak.
Because Daddy Ass is bigger and older, and that means he's better, apparently. It would have been freaking easier. Like, it would have made more sense for them to actually have an even fight, and then fucking Switchblade fucking going at it and fucking losing his shit and getting himself DQ'd. Yeah, that would have made more sense. But Jose, this is where the best wrestle.
Oh, God, don't say that.
But it's where the best wrestle, Jose. Is it not?
Moving on. Let's get to the bad segment of the night. And this was another interview segment conducted by Renee Paquette, as Renee Paquette interviews Le Champion.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Lionheart. No. The demo god. Nope, sorry. The Painmaker.
The Ocho?
No, the Ocho.
No, not the Ocho. Let's see. What can we dig up from the night? Oh, yeah, right. The Lionheart. Lionheart Chris Jericho. And, and I could tell, like, I didn't see the entrance music, but, like, they did away with Judas. Judas is gone. And the fans booed the fuck out of Jericho throughout the whole segment.
Real quick, before I forget, in the chat, Vicente Guerrero, Willow Nightingale wanting to be the smiley face of AEW reads like she's morphing/modifying Bailey's old hugger gimmick. And again, this week, Jay White getting booked like the main eventer he is. Great booking, Tony. We're the best wrestler.
Anyways, Jericho got on the mic and last week apparently he made a proposition to the FTW champion Hook,
which is why Hook has a bat signal.
It's so weird. Yes, Hook has a bat.
Why does Hook have a bat signal?
You'd have to ask the guy in charge of AEW. You'd have to ask Tony Khan why he has a bat signal. It doesn't make any sense. So, anyways,
the vampire, the charisma vampire, Chris Jericho. Motherfucker.
So Hook comes over to goes over to Jericho. Last week, Jericho made a proposition, and then Hook replied saying, "I appreciate the gesture, but I know who you are, Jericho." Harkening back to referencing Jericho's relationship with his cronies over the years. And then Jericho made the offer of wanting to tag team with him so that they could both find success. And this was so fucking weird and fucking awful. Hook got on the mic and saying, "No, I like the idea. I like the idea so much that I went and got us a match for Saturday on Collision."
Wait, Hook spoke?
Hook spoke.
In complete sentences?
In complete sentences. I don't have the picture of Hook talking.
Then it didn't happen. Nope.
Shut up.
Pixar didn't happen. You know the rules of the internet.
Stop it.
Never.
This was a horrible, horrible segment. Once again, Chris Jericho trying to, quote, put over and elevate the younger talent of AEW.
Just like he did with Action Andretti.
And Sammy Guevara.
And let's not forget Jake Hager's purple hat.
Oh, and Adam Cole.
Baby.
That was awful.
Yeah,
but
no, like,
Jericho
did so much. He elevated so many people.
Jericho needs to go away. He has overstayed his welcome. He hasn't had any time off. Jon Moxley is making the smart choice and taking time off from AEW.
Right? How can we miss you if you don't go away?
Dude, Jericho needs to go. He is. The fans are clearly tired of him. They're tired of Jericho taking up TV time, and they're
they're just pissed off that he's not coming out to their sing along. There's no sing along time. Sing along with Jericho is over.
Yeah,
that's what these guys are. The spot monkey psychopaths are really there for. The sing alongs with Jericho over here.
That is true. I mean, personally, I'm tired of Jericho. I'm tired of Jericho taking up TV every week. He needs to go away. Nothing that he's doing is fresh. And, of course, there's still a little bit of that cloud of controversy over his head from the end of December that has gone unaddressed.
A little bit of a cloud. Are you serious?
I know, I'm being...
Do you know the size of this fucking thing?
I know the size of the thing, but right now we can't. We have to reserve judgment because right now it's still just a rumor.
Sadly, yeah. But then again, you got to remember this. This is what happens when you have people signing NDAs
but they don't sign NDAs for anything that they actually participated in or did anything wrong. Notice these NDAs that these folks are signing, like Punk had to sign, and what's her name?
Kylie Ray.
Kylie Ray, they had to sign. These are NDAs regarding things that allegedly happened to them.
Yeah.
It's horseshit.
It's very much horseshit. And I'm going to say this once, and I've said that many times on this channel. Ignoring a problem does not make the problem go away. It makes it worse.
And the longer this idiot keeps going, the worse it's going to get. He sent in the chat, how Hook with his own bat signal means he was a fan of Batwoman from the CW network. But even, by the way, Ruby Rose hated that show, and she was the season 1 lead.
Yeah! We remember!
I remember, sadly.
Ugh.
And I wanted to believe in that show, too. God damn it.
Now, before we get to the main event, we do have an honorable mention, and that is a one-on-one AEW women's match featuring Thunder Rosa versus Mariah May.
Yay, Thunder Rosa! We like her still.
Absolutely, it wasn't the best. It wasn't the best in AEW history, but it was still fun to watch. Thunder Rosa was Mariah May definitely showed her chops against Thunder Rosa during this match.
While Mariah May is still cosplaying classic Toni Storm.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no. It took me a second to look at the face to make sure I wasn't looking at Toni Storm.
It's a Toni Storm cosplay.
I know. This is getting silly, but I got no issue with it.
No issue with it. Thunder Rosa was able to get the win, and she will be challenging Toni Storm for the AEW Women's World Title at Dynasty.
Yay!
Yay, indeed. All right. Now let's get to the main event segment, and this is the official contract signing for the main event of AEW Dynasty with the AEW World Champion Samoa Joe defending his title against Swerve Strickland.
All right. So, again, this is probably the most solid shit that they've got over here in AEW thus far. And to be perfectly fair, Samoa Joe, he's being an evil heel. Swerve Strickland, he hasn't broken into Samoa Joe's house and cut a promo on his kid yet. In the ring. So that's good.
That's always good. Yeah, that's true. I'm trying to pull up a quote here because there was a line that Samoa Joe said to Swerve that really got the fans fired up. I'm trying to find that quote right now.
Live research.
Yeah. I'm getting there. I'm getting there, folks. It was part of the contract signing. Like, first Samoa Joe spoke to Swerve Strickland, and he was trying to, advise him to make the smart decision and not sign the contract because then he's going to be signing away his life. And then Samoa Joe told him that he's going to, in a quote, "I'm going to beat you down so severely, it's going to leave you mentally scarred like you left Diddy's party too late."
Damn! What the fuck, man? Ow! Emotional damage!
Oh!
He went there! Fuck!
I'm gonna repeat it one more time.
911! Officer, I need to report a murder! Oh my god! God damn, that is dirty!
I know.
Like P. Diddy's penis. Anyway, but that's not the point. The point is, that was a dirty fucking line. God damn.
Yeah, no. Oh my god. Of course, Swerve got on the mic, and he cut his own babyface promo against Samoa Joe, and he pretty much declared that he's aware that Joe's a killer, but so is he. And at Dynasty, he's gonna find out that it's gonna be that AEW Dynasty is gonna be Swerve's house. Put a fade on that. And then, of course, like all of the contract signings, it evolved into a fight.
Yay, they has fight.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Swerve tried
Where does the dog collar come from?
That's a chain, dude. That's the same chain that Swerve used to choke out Hangman. And he tried to choke out Joe, but Joe's neck was too strong, bro. So Joe put the beat. Joe took the chain and put the beat down on Swerve, left and walked out of there to the Titantron. Then Swerve got on the mic and he was laughing while bleeding. And Joe looked on and he looked like worried. There was a small hint of fear in Joe's eyes when, when Swerve got on the mic and he laughed and he's saying, "I love this shit."
And he then proceeds to grab the pen, dip it in his own blood, and signed the contract with his own blood.
Yes!
Dude, that's some gangster shit right there.
Samoa Joe went back to the ring and he beat down Swerve again and then put him through the table to finish off to close off the show.
Wait. So after he beats the hell out of Swerve, busts him open, Swerve's response is, "Oh yeah? I'm crazier than you. I'll sign this shit in my blood." And Samoa Joe's like, I gotta put this motherfucker down now. This is too crazy for me. And puts him through the table?
Yes.
See? There's some good shit here.
Yes.
There can be some really good shit here. We like having good shit.
Yes, AEW does have good moments. They do have good presentation in their shows when done right. The stuff with Swerve and Samoa Joe, yeah, this is great. The stuff with Timeless Tony Storm, I understand it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it's working. That stuff they're doing right now with Willem Nightingale, pushing her into the TBS picture, yeah, that's working too.
It's wonderful.
Everything.
Good. When it's good, it's really good. When it's bad, you can fucking tell from a mile away. And the funny thing is, when it's good, it's because the shit works despite itself. It's because the wrestlers themselves are making it work. Whatever lack of booking there may be when it comes to the lack of direction in AEW, shit.
Yeah. And Vicente Guerrero, Joe did a similar burn to Jeff Hardy in WWE about his drug issues. Quote, make like this is pretend this is rehab and shut up while I'm sharing with the group.
And even Randy Orton was lolling in the ring. I remember that. Thunder Rosa was cosplaying too. She had Wolverine's blue and yellow gear on. Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah, I loved it. My God, Thunder Rosa's a true nerd. It's really cool. All right. Now, that was this week's edition of AEW Dynamite. Now we're going to get into TNA Impact, and they're continuing their tapings over at the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
So, like we said, everyone is capitalizing on the swell of WrestleMania week / weekend coming up.
Everyone's going Philly here. Man, watch it. Do we need to get some Philadelphia Eagles clothing?
Psych.
Ah!
Double psych.
Asshole.
I'll take that back, thank you.
Don't invoke the name of the team.
Don't invoke the team's name, you hobo.
All right. So we opened up this week's edition of TNA Impact with an old school rules match, which honestly, you could have called it a hardcore match and it would have been cooler. And this hardcore match features the ECW original, the War Machine Rhino, going one-on-one against the TNA X Division champion, Mustafa Ali.
So, okay, young blood, old blood, old dude who's a mayor still? Is he still a mayor?
Who, Rhino?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so he's not a mayor anymore? I thought he wasn't. He was like a city councilman for a second, wasn't he?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, he was.
And this is news to me.
You don't remember?
No.
Really? Yeah, no, really? Okay.
Rhino is a part of the city council?
No, he was some kind of city councilman or somewhere, Grand Rapids, Michigan. I don't remember. Point is, I'm gonna fucking find out. Hang on.
I mean, he is from Detroit.
Yeah, let me freaking
Pull up his Wikipedia page.
Politics. Here it is. You son of a pig. Blah 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 blah. Where is it? Where to go? Politics. There. Ha. There we go. God
oh my
dang.
God. Is he a Democrat or a Republican?
I believe he was running as a Democrat here.
Yay!
Just for mouth.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was running for the Michigan House of Representatives, which encompassed his hometown of Dearborn. Let's see here. Yep. Actually, no, my mistake. I believe he was Republican there.
Oh.
That's not even the point. I think he lost that seat.
Oh.
Yeah, he lost that seat anyway.
Damn.
Sorry.
But I mean, is he still in that position?
No, he said he was a Republican. The approval of his man, run in Connecticut, U.S. Okay, incumbent was not eligible to run for re-election due to term limits. On August, it was reported that Guerin had won the Republican primary and would face the Democratic primary winner. And Guerin was defeated by Hamoud in the election. Wow, he lost in a 2/3 margin. God
Ouch.
damn.
Damn. Okay.
Okay, my mistake. I thought he was running as a Democrat, but yeah, no, he was running for Michigan House of Representative 15th District of Wayne County.
No, it's okay. We're learning new things, Juancho. This is news to me, and it's not uncommon for wrestlers to dip their hands into politics. Jesse the Body Ventura, he was the governor. He used to be governor of Minnesota. The WWE wrestler Kane, Glenn Jacobs, he's currently the mayor of Knox County. And
yeah,
the less we
don't
talk,
really care about Glenn Jacobs, though.
I know. I'm bringing it up as examples. Now, getting back to it. Now, the former politician Rhino, unfortunately wasn't able to politic his way out of this hardcore match against Mustafa Ali. They brought in a lot of the toys. They brought in the chairs. They brought in garbage lids.
So one failed politician against the pro wrestling politician who won the championship.
I know. There's a joke in there somewhere. Now that this new information has come to light.
The joke writes itself, but for the life of me, I don't have the brain power to run it.
No, it's okay. Mustafa Ali was able to they brawled in the ring and at ringside. Mustafa Ali was able to dominate using old-fashioned chicanery, which helps because it's no disqualification. Rhino was able to hit a comeback, and after a couple of strikes with the weapons, he sets up a table on the turnbuckle. He was about to hit the gore on Mustafa Ali, but unfortunately, Ali ducks out of the way, and Rhino eats wood. Lots and lots of wood.
Giggity.
Giggity indeed.
There's a horny joke in there, but for the life of me, I don't have the brain for it right now.
Mustafa Ali was able to capitalize and hit his finishing move to pin and win. Your winner, Mustafa Ali.
All right, so Mustafa is hardcore, he's old school, and Rhino, unfortunately, was old news because, well, he lost a match.
Yes, indeed.
Sorry to hear that, Rhino.
Now, let's see here. Would
have been funny to see Rhino gore haters at Trump rallies.
Oh, that would have been so cool. Project Metal Music thought Rhino retired. No, he did not retire. He's just under 50 years old, and he's still in good wrestling shape.
No, he's not under 50. What?
How old is he?
Bullshit. Okay, I stand corrected. He's 48 years old. He turns 49 this year.
Yeah, and he's still in good wrestling shape.
Surprisingly.
Hells yeah, man. Hey.
Frighteningly, disturbingly, phonetically.
Oh my god. All right. Now let's get to the exciting match of the night, and this is Chris Bay versus Frankie Kazarian.
All right, Frankie's been losing his shit. Frankie goes to Hollywood. We tell Frankie because he says to relax, but Chris Bay says no, screw you.
Thank you for that. Frankie Kazarian has been on a mean streak. He's been calling himself the king of TNA as of late, really throwing his weight around as a TNA veteran. And he currently has he has a score to settle with Eric Young at Rebellion in a Full Metal Mayhem match. But before
isn't that just a steel cage match with extra steps?
No, it is a hardcore match, but with a little drop of ultra violence. Just a little drop.
What do you mean? A little drop of ultra violence?
I don't know. It's like there's more blood. Like there's more metal in this match, like thumbtacks and staples, and I don't want to get into that. It's gross.
I don't get it.
But anyways, Frankie Kazarian versus Chris Bay. Great competition. Both guys are X Division wrestlers, so there was a lot of high-flying action from Chris Bay.
Great Lucha things.
Great Lucha things. Ace Austin was also at ringside cheering on for his tag buddy. Frankie Kazarian was able to use underhanded tactics to gain control of the match and started working over the right arm of Chris Bay. And then he continued the assault at ringside while taunting Ace Austin, trying to provoke him into attacking him throughout the whole match.
What, was there like a no touch rule before there?
Well, I mean, if Ace Austin gets involved, that would disqualify Chris Bay.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, but of course, Chris Bay was able to hit a comeback. He was hitting on all cylinders. But then in the final moments of the match, Frankie Kazarian once again used his underhanded tactics and then hits Chris Bay with the Dude Buster to pin and win. Your winner, Frankie Kazarian.
Ow.
Oh, and one other thing I wanted to point out before the match got underway, the ring announcer Jade Chung, in such a monotone voice, she said, "Oh, folks, I must inform you that Frankie Kazarian is the king of TNA." So that's now.
Seriously?
Yes.
Is that how she? Okay. That's just fucking funny because, like, even if the ring announcer is tired of your shit before it even starts, you know it's bad shit.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. No, fuck that. Let's see. If Frankie Kazarian had his way to match with Eric Young, it'd be Death Metal Mayhem. Ha ha ha.
All
Thank
right.
you for that.
Now let's get on to the exciting segment of the night, and this is an interview segment with Gia Miller conducting an interview with TNA newcomer Alexander Hammerstone.
Alexander Hamilton, brought to you by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Hammerstone has been on a tear since making his TNA debut. He currently has one. Him and Josh Alexander each have one win over each other. They are 1-1, and they have a rubber match coming up very shortly. Now, Alexander Hammerstone won their latest encounter, and as the spoils of victory, he's wearing Josh Alexander's headgear on his arm,
like a freaking like a bicep strap or whatever. Like,
I know,
okay,
it's kind of like Chun Li wearing that one dude's bandana on his leg in that movie Bloodsport. It's so weird.
That's an asshole thing to do. Wow.
A very asshole thing to do, yes. Considering he almost killed a guy.
Yeah, no, fucking asshole.
There was no near murder in this segment, but Alexander Hammerstone pretty much made it clear that he's going to punish Josh Alexander so bad that he's going to make all his career injuries that he sustained over the years look like a cakewalk, and that he decides when they clash on his terms. And Alexander Hammerstone has laid down the challenge one more time, round 3 at Rebellion.
So that's how it's going to go.
Yes, and then after the interview segment, and he went full psychotic. He attacked the camera guy that was right in front of them during the interview, and put the headgear on the camera guy, pretending that it's Josh, and started beating the hell out of him.
The fuck?
Yeah.
No, not the camera guy. What did he ever do to deserve this?
Nothing. Hammerstone's gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
No, don't do that. Like, that is such a dick move.
Cuckoo!
All right, Miss Kim is clocking out for the night. Good night, Miss Kim. Let us know how it turns out when you try out the glitch energy and try out the glitch nerdy.
Yes, you're gonna like the nerdies. It's tasty.
Yes, let us know how your husband likes them, and if you guys want to expand on that, I strongly recommend that you guys also check out their the Glitch Shield nutritional supplement, which is basically immune system boosting. So something to think about.
Yeah, of course. Now let's get to the match of the night, and this match wasn't bad because at least they're doing something, but there are parts of it that were still kind of bad.
Doing something. So, what is Jake something in it?
No,
because he's something.
No, that's not it.
But you said it's something.
It's a knockouts match.
Okay, knockouts match. I can live. I like. I
now,
like the knockouts.
This match features Ash by Elegance going one-on-one against Zaya Brookside. Now,
alongside her personal concierge.
All right.
Concierge.
Okay, for the past couple of weeks, me and Juan, we've given our thoughts about this Ash by Elegance storyline, and it's been nothing but squash matches, and the gimmick is... It's a little annoying. It's with all the gaga that she's doing with her presentation, but at least it's something. That's more than I could say for her time in WWE. And last week, 2 weeks ago, she was stopped by Zaya Brookside, and apparently there's history between the two of them. Zaya Brookside, still very young, she looked up to Dana Brooke as one of her role models in professional wrestling. Honey, I think we need to have a talk about role models.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm really not trying to. Okay, look. I really have absolutely nothing but 100% respect for every man, woman, and NB who steps into the squared circle. There is nothing that I will ever say that will ever convince me to not respect anyone who is a professional wrestler by trade.
But this shit needs to be addressed.
No, this is like, okay, when she was Dana Brooke, she's a role model? I don't know if you noticed how she was working as Dana Brooke when she started wrestling, but that wasn't exactly, like Flair versus Steamboat kind of material here, honey. It's not exactly the kind of stuff to write home to your mama for. Dana Brooke was working really hard, and you could tell at the end of her WWE run that she was working really, really hard to try to perform well under the circumstances with how she was booking, getting booked, and how she was booking in WWE. But she was made to look like a bit of a joke. That was her role model? Okay, the argument can be made, like, okay, because, like, she was persevering and that she wasn't giving up and that she was going to continue wrestling and she never stopped improving and
That
now
makes
she's
sense.
over here. Yeah, this is me trying to square peg this, like, fit the square peg into the round hole to try to fill in the gaps of what Xia Brookside here was trying to sell me.
Actually,
with that line.
you want to know something really weird?
She's my inspiration. She used to be my inspiration. That's doing a lot of heavy lifting. I'm so sorry.
Actually, you want to know something weird?
Okay.
In one of the earlier videos during Xia Brookside's time in NXT UK from WWE.com, she actually said in like one of her earlier interviews as a newcomer that one of the wrestlers that she watched growing up, getting into the business, was Saraya Paige.
So you can't even, like, are you sure you're even talking about the right girl? Ash by Elegance isn't even British. She's not even a
No,
British
that's
punky red brunette.
No, that's another woman that she looked at.
Oh, she's another woman. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for the qualifier, Jose. Because I'm over here thinking, like, okay, Xia, you need to get your pretty eyes checked or something, and maybe your head checked. No, I was about to say, okay, thank you for clarifying. I stand corrected.
Yeah, no, she looked up to both Saraya and Dana Brooke. So, okay, though, I mean, Saraya, we've talked
Pulling
about...
from opposite ends of the spectrum there, but okay.
Yeah. But that being said, this match was pretty much, it was a match. There was a lot of in-ring shenanigans from Ash by Elegance. She was Xia Brookside got in the early offense until like Ash by Elegance. She was trying to leave the ring like after being thrown around like a rag doll, and then Xia Brookside got at her face and tried to get her back into the action. But then at one point, Ash by Elegance pushed Xia Brookside face first onto the ring post at ringside before throwing her back into the ring and dominating throughout the rest of the match. After some more back and forth action, Ash by Elegance was about to go to the top rope and she was about to hit her Swanton Bomb finishing move. Xia Brookside was able to stop her in her tracks. And then it looks like Xia Brookside was going to win the match until the personal concierge splashed his glass of champagne at Xia Brookside's face with the referee's back turn. And then Ash by Elegance rolled up Xia Brookside to pin and win her fourth match.
Yeah, no,
your winner.
Concierge fucking, sorry, go on.
Your winner, Ash
by Elegance. You forgot to do the hawk thing at the end, say.
One.
Gold dusting.
Yeah.
Vicente in the chat. Xia Brookside looked up to Saraya and Dana Brooke, guessing Xia has a love for bodybuilding, heel promos, and all women who hate Alberto Del Rio. Yes. I mean,
Yes.
and men hate Alberto Del Rio.
Everyone hates Alberto Del Rio.
Because he's a fucking wife beater and a kidnapping psychopath.
Exactly. That being said, yeah, that match was, there was a lot of gaga in this match, but I mean, it was...
Not really. If you look at it, like, the match itself was solid. It was more like the nuttiness of Ash by Elegance trying to be like, oh no, wait, no, like, you don't, like, there was that one spot where she was trying to convince Xia Brookside, like, wait, no, don't kick me. What do you mean, don't kick you? Don't you dare throw my foot down or something. I'm gonna throw your foot down. I'm gonna fucking beat you up or what? Don't you dare. Like, ref, can I like, stop her? Like, no. I'm not gonna stop her. Then Xia was proceeded to throw her foot down and kick her ass.
Yeah, that was weird. That was a weird gaga moment, but whatever.
No, it's selling the whole thing of, oh, Ash by Elegance is this wonderful, pristine figure that you must cater to at all times. Like, that's like timeless Tony Storm level of WTF.
Oh
except
my God.
without the ham of the silver screen prima donna stuff along with the weird black and white filter.
But you know what? I'll give it a pass because I've said this about Tony Storm. Character evolution is important, and Dana Brooke needed to evolve.
Yep, and she's evolved into Ash by Elegance, and we're taking this in stride as how it is. So, yeah.
All right. Now, the good news is there were no bad segments on tonight's edition of TNA Impact, but we do have an honorable mention before we get to the main event, and the honorable mention is the return of an old faction from Extreme Championship Wrestling. ECW throwback, we got the FBI!
The full-blooded Italians! These guys walked so that Tony D'Angelo could run.
That's right. In
You've
the
got-
middle, you got the leader of the FBI, little Guido Maritano, an ECW original, and the other two guys,
AKA Nunzio.
aka Nunzio. The other two guys are new members. They are the new FBI. On the left, you have Zach. You've got the one in the jacket. You got Zach Clayton, who also wrestles for AEW, and the other guy is what's his name?
It says here at Real Ray J's.
Ray J's. Yeah, I'm just gonna call him Ray J's because I don't know the guy's actual name.
Well, I'm gonna look him up over here first. So
Yeah, you do that. I take my candy.
Jeez. And Jose means actual candy because he's just going nuts. Okay, so yeah, Ray J's. Okay, I guess that is his pro wrestling name, Ray J's. Okay, cool. I can live with that.
Okay, that's fine.
Joyzy legend.
Zach Clayton, Ray Jace, and Little
yeah.
Guido, the full-blooded Italians, are back, and they had a good showing in a tag match against the Rascals, despite being on the losing end.
So yeah, I'm legitimately shocked. Yeah, sorry, like when I looked up Ray J's, the top the top tweet that he's got over here is his partner Zach Clayton retweeting that he's that they're part of the new FBI and showing the promo that Little Guido's cutting for them.
Yeah,
Yay.
it's pretty dope, and I like it. Lil Guido puts over the new team, and yeah, passing the torch of the FBI over to the new blood. That's awesome.
The full-blooded Italians are running large, and they are in TNA.
Yes,
Yay.
good for them. And hey, man, Lil Guido, dude, I don't know how old he is, but man, he's still keeping a good shape.
Right? Jeez, that's scary.
Between him and Rhino, holy fuck, man! If only Sandman kept himself in awesome shape.
Well, he's 52. Little Guido is 52 years old.
Yeah.
So yay. Okay, so yeah, the FBI showed up and they're talking business here.
And now let's get to talk about the main event. And this is a generational clash, as TNA hyped it up to be. And it's a one-on-one match between Alex Shelley versus the Wanted Man, Nick Nemeth.
All right, so one half of the Motor City Machine Guns going one-on-one with the former Dolph Ziggler, and the way that these guys were basically hyping the match and calling it at ringside was basically hyping up the fact that both of these guys are mirror images in terms of how their careers went and how they paralleled each other in different ways. So I can like that.
I can like that too, and this was such an incredible wrestling match between the two guys. These guys are, yes, like Juan says, there's parallels between between the two, including the shit talking and the taunting between the guys. Because during the match, Alex Shelley and Nick Nemeth, anytime they get some offense in, like they take a little moment to like do a little bit of a taunting, just to egg on the challenger. Alex Shelley started first, and he was clearly like taking his time while working over Nick Nemeth, working over his arm, trying to weaken him for the Border City stretch. And then when Nick Nemeth gets offense in, like there was this moment where Alex Shelley was grounded, and Nick Nemeth takes his time to like tie his shoes, make sure his shoes tie.
he propped up his fucking boot up on like the middle turnbuckle to tie his shoelaces of his boots, and Jose was like, "What the fuck is he doing?" It's like, "What? Safety first, man."
But again, this was an incredible clash, and I love this. Of course, and Nick Nemeth tried to lock in the Border City stretch not once but twice during the match. And Nick Nemeth, using his ring awareness, was able to break up the submission hold and continue the fight. Nick Nemeth at one point hit the super kick onto Alex Shelley, but was only able to get a 2 count. Alex Shelley was able to dodge the first attempt of Nick Nemeth's zigzag finisher move.
Ow.
Or rather, the danger zone, and then he tries to hit Nick Nemeth with the shell shock. Nick Nemeth counters, hits the zigzag finally, and then after a long, grueling battle between these two competitors, Nick Nemeth pins and wins. Your winner, the Wanted Man, Nick Nemeth.
All right, nicely done. Well done, Nick Nemeth. How did Shelley take this loss?
Oh man, like I gotta say, like we've talked about it last week that there's reports that right now the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, they're free agents as of this broadcast. They are no longer under contract with TNA. This is likely one of the last matches, if not the last match of Alex Shelley in TNA.
Are we sure about that? Because that's probably not the last TNA taping that they've got in the can right now. So
No. I think they've got, like I said, it's one of. It could be one of, or it could be the last match. But right now, there's reports that right now they're free agents. They can turn up anywhere they want. They're not under a non-compete clause, so they could turn up back in New Japan. They can return. They can go to AEW if they want to, and if they want to bilk the idiot for more money. Or, and this is just wishful thinking, they can go to WWE.
oh my god, I would lose my shit if Motor City Machine Gun showed up in the WWE. I would lose my fucking mind. It would be so wonderful. It'd be so silly. It'd be so awesome.
It would be great.
It would be badass.
Hell's yeah. Especially with reports that in one of the matches of WrestleMania, there's a 6-person tag team ladder match for the undisputed WWE tag team titles. One of the teams that was scheduled in the match is Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. Now, from what I've read last, apparently that team is being pulled from the multi-tag team ladder match, and we're going to be getting a replacement to be added to WrestleMania. We don't know who. I mean, this. So
it's a surprise, motherfuckers.
Now, unless they changed it back, I'm not.
No, this was from 3 days ago, Jose.
The A-Town Down. Okay, yeah.
A-Town Down Under.
A-Town Down Under. That's actually a cool name.
That still shows Theory and Waller. I'm sure that Theory and Waller are still going to be a part of WrestleMania in some way, shape, or form, because it's, Grayson Waller, the big talker, and Austin Theory, the little shithead that he's friends with. These two are like peas in a pod kind of fucking thing. Let me see. If Vicente Guerrero in the chat closes Sandman is to being in good shape, as YouTube reports saying that he quit drinking.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Hey, man. Sobriety is awesome.
Yes, sobriety is cool, especially when you've been drinking for like 30 plus years in the ring.
I know, right? All right, Juancho, ring the bell.
Don't mind if I do.
So, final thoughts on this week's shows. TNA Impact had a great opening hardcore match with Mustafa Ali getting the win over Rhino. Lots of ECW tributes were done. Like, they had Rhino wrestle in a hardcore match. They had the FBI show up. Nick Nemeth, while wrestling Alex Shelley, his ring gear was paying a homage to ECW, which was pretty awesome.
Nicely done.
Yeah, no. Zaya Brookside had a great match against. Zaya Brookside had a good match against Ash by Elegance. I'll give credit where credit's due. Both the knockouts put on a great show, and overall it was a great show. Now this week's edition of AEW.
I know how to take audio cues.
All right, AEW Dynamite. The main event contract signing was freaking awesome. Samoa Joe dropping that Diddy line got everyone fired up. That was so good. That was
so fucking out of pocket. God damn. Oh, like I said, when they do it good, they do it damn good.
Yeah, I know. Samoa Joe and Swerve, I look forward to seeing their main event match. Willow Nightingale getting this babyface push for the TBS titles was great. I just wish Mercedes Moné didn't interrupt afterwards and pretty much, shoehorn herself into the championship picture without earning it first, but that's just me. The battle between Will Ospreay and Will Hobbs was definitely a good fight.
The battle of wills. Ugh. To prove which of them has more will than the other will.
All right,
that will shall outwill the other will in front of their daddy Don Fallis.
Oh God, will they? Won't they? Whatever. Anyways, everything was great, save for.
Won't they? God damn.
Yeah, no.
Nice.
The only things I did not enjoy were the segments involving Chris Jericho, which we already talked enough. That was awful. And, of course, the opening promo from Adam Copeland. I'm sure Adam Copeland had the best intentions, but again, as we said before, it was tone deaf. It was cringe. It was self-indulgent.
It's like he was running a sprint for a racing event, and right at the last minute, he slips on a banana peel and face plants. It's not that he was doing anything wrong. I'm sure he was doing his damnedest to make it come off well.
He was likely told by Tony Khan to say these lines.
Especially how the AEW is where the best wrestle. But it's where the best wrestles, eh?
You know what? I'm surprised. Thank you. I'm surprised that Tony Khan hasn't opened his mouth on social media and said anything stupid in regards to any of this.
Are we sure he hasn't? I mean, there is rumor and innuendo over here saying that Tony Khan in fact, has a burner account that he hides behind sometimes.
Oh, I'll have to check that out when I get the chance
No,
to.
that's rumor and innuendo. We don't know.
Rumor and all right. So
no, it's just him saying, yeah, no, it's just his fucking thing of him continuing to promote Dynamite and Dynasty and promoting the matches all in the middle of all this shit while he's live there.
Yeah,
Jesus
okay.
Christ.
And of course, this week's edition of NXT, the Go Home Show before Stand and Deliver. Excellent business. The final face-to-face between Trick and Mello was definitely what needed to happen to hype up their main event. It's going to be fantastic. And of course, the silliness of Dragunov and Tony D'Angelo. Yeah, I know, it's silly, but you know what? It's still building up for their NXT title match. And I'm looking forward to that. The car boot made it back, Juan! The boot made it back!
The boot's back!
Oh my god.
Dang it. Well, at least, what do you call it? We've got there's going to be a 6-woman tag team match at Stand and Deliver also.
That's right. That's right. That didn't make the honorable mention because I wanted to give credit to Lola Vice because she got her ass beat by Natalia last week. But yes, there will be a 6-woman tag match at Stand and Deliver. I look forward to that. Pretty much everything they did this week for NXT was all to tie everything up, tie in the last loose ends for Stand and Deliver to have everything ready and available to deliver. To Stand and Deliver.
The Stand and Deliver. Is it
I
being
tried.
delivered express delivery? Is
Yeah.
it expressly delivered?
In person and in your face.
Ha.
Now, that being said, I do have a couple of announcements. As we mentioned earlier on the program, tune in. Well, first of all, there will be no edition of Los Amigos Play or the Ravens Flock this Saturday because we are hosting the live watch party for WWE's WrestleMania 40 for Night 1 and Night 2, Saturday, April 6th and Sunday, April 7th, both at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on YouTube. And are we also live streaming on Kick? Yes.
We can.
Yay!
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be great. It's a wrestling watch party, so join me, Mr. Juan Arouse, and Angel Mendez as we watch WrestleMania and tune in as we react to all the cool matches and all the moments that happen at WrestleMania.
We're going to scarf food. We're going to yell and hoot and holler and hootin'. It's going to be a fun blast.
Exactly.
We wish the girls would be here, but Xan Rose and Dragonfang have they're entrapped in a prior engagement, unfortunately. And K-Storm is going to be, helping hook us up with the pizzas.
Well, it's okay, Juan. Dragon Fang and Zayana Rose, despite not being here, they're with us in spirit, ooh-woo.
You're not going to let that one die anytime soon, are you? No, guys, fucking, what do you call it? When we were talking about the main events of WrestleMania last night on the Black
You can show them the picture I made. Go ahead.
I can't. It's not up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, when we named out that Roman Reigns is the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Xana Rose and Dragonfang fucking floored me out of nowhere when they said, oh, so he's the Uwu Champion. Undisputed WWE Universal Champion. The Uwu Champion. And I'm like, and I died inside. My heart gave in. Why would you keep that on your phone?
The Uwu Championship, folks.
Jose, I love you, but die in a fire. You're my brother and I love you, but die in a fire. Fucking clown.
Because it's funny. And of course, and next week on Wrestle Rewind will be a special edition. It's going to be Main Event Thursday because we're going to talk about main event matches from WrestleMania Night 1, WrestleMania Night 2, NXT Stand and Deliver, Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor, which is happening tomorrow night, Friday, April 5th at Philadelphia. And we're going to talk about one of the coolest matches that I'm looking forward to talking about, and it's from a separate promotion from Game Changer Wrestling, GCW's Josh Barnett's Bloodsport, featuring WWE superstar Shayna Baszler versus Masha Slamovich.
No fucking kidding, guys. This is, like we said, pro wrestling fans are eating good as of late. And they're eating good in the best and the most horrifying ways imaginable. When you've got, like you said, two excellent wrestlers from two separate promotions showing up. And yeah, Masha Slamovich going one-on-one with Shayna Baszler.
Yay!
Like we got to see some bits of it, but we're not going to tell anybody about it until next week. 'Cause it
Hells
happened
yeah.
today.
Hells yeah. And another announcement that I have to wrap things up is that, of course, yes, we are still doing the subathon, our gaming subathon later this month on Sunday, April 21st. And it's going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern, exclusively on YouTube. No word on the game yet. Still keeping it a surprise. But please keep in mind that this is a subathon, which means our goal is to get the number of subscribers up. And we hope that you guys join us for April 21st, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And that's when we're going to have all hands on deck. Everyone in the Ravens flock is going to be participating, and it's going to be a lot of fun times to be had all around. Right, Juan?
I'm in danger. I don't know what the fuck we're going to do, but I know I'm in trouble.
With that being said, that pretty much wraps things up. I don't have any other announcements for the month of April. So, Juan, plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. What the hell? What the hell is happening with this thing? Why did it do this? Give me a minute. Let me fix this. No, I said stop.
Oh my god.
This is how you guys can tell we are...
You're tired.
Yes, I am bushed. I am kaput. I am completely patooties over here. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody in between, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of Wrestle Rewind, hosted by Jose Casabona! As he reviews for you the best and the worst of three of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. Step into the ring every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe and the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an interflocker by hitting the join button, and until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravens Flock.
Alright, folks, that's going to do it for this week's edition of Wrestle Rewind. For Mr. Juan Arouse, I'm Jose Casabona, and I'll see you Saturday.